Hello everyone, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This video today, we're going to be going to the moon. We're not going to land on the moon, we're just going to go and orbit the moon to collect as much science as possible, which will then allow me to land on the moon, hopefully in the next episode. So here we are lifting off, just a quick to the moon, go around, back we go. So this video was a lot longer than what it was, so I've cut it down by speeding up the clip, obviously. Today we're going to be doing a new astronaut. Bob is not with us. I'm going to be trying to train him to land on the moon. I don't know if that actually makes him a better pilot or, better at flying at all. I doubt it does, but we're going to try anyway. So this is a bit interesting because I get to Kerbin orbit, then I got to speed up again to try to get an encounter with the moon. Then orbit the moon, do all the science, collect it, come back to the moon, come back to Earth. Kerbin, whatever you want to call it, and land again. So it was kind of hard on fuel, so I'm thinking I was really pushing my fuel limit near the end, so I'm not sure I can use this rocket to do the same thing when landing on the moon. I'm gonna have to obviously make a rocket with more fuel or a more fuel efficient rocket, whichever one I think might be easier, and then I'm going to have to do some landing tests. It'll be a lot different on Kerbin because atmosphere and much stronger gravity, things like that. So we're now just setting up our orbit to orbit Kerbin, and that's pretty much the intro. Now here we're just going to start build. I just built my trajectory to get to the moon, and when I was just playing the game I noticed these objects just outside the Kerbin. When I was looking around the map, that's obviously all the planets there. I'm not entirely sure where they are. I might look them up in a while, but I think they might be asteroids, but I'm not too sure. I doubt they're space debris because I don't think I've ejected anything that far yet. So it's a bit of a long trek to the moon that we're going to be on this adventure together though. We're just going up to the moon now. As you can see, I just captured an inclination with the moon, meaning that when I get to that point, the moon is going to catch me for a short period of time, and I'm going to have to do a burn to slow down so the moon will catch me and I'll do a full orbit of the moon. It's not too hard of a task when you get used to it. It's a bit hard at the start, but I managed. I'm so glad I got that first try because I didn't want to accidentally kill my astronaut. So here we go. We got like a little catch with the moon. So you got to slow yourself down. This took me a lot longer than I thought because I had no idea what I was doing. So just got to go to my point, and then I had to get close enough, which is just speeding up time because I had an hour to go. And I was not just going to sit around here for an hour waiting for my capsule to get into the right position. So just made it all the way over there. So that's pretty much that. So we're going to now get our science ready, just because I've gotten orbit around the moon. You'll see my science bay, it's right there. And Science Junior is really good, the thing I have right now. It gets you loads, and I mean loads of science. Like, I just got 50 science from that, just from being around the moon. Think how much science I can get by actually landing on the moon. So I have my mystery goo, my thermometer, and my... I think it's called a barometer. It just tests atmospheric pressure, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist. Do not quote me on that. So I got to do a quick EVA to go get it. So I was trying to get an EVA report. At this point, I realized that my guy wasn't flying like he should be. And then I realized, oh, I have to turn on his RCS, which I did. And he's working. I was kind of freaking out at that point because I was like, oh god, he's just going to slowly float away and I'll never get him back again. That's not what happened. He's okay. So I just need to collect all this experiments, which I just, fly up, click near it, collect the data, go back to my capsule. The whole point of that is that I do not have to... The experiments don't have to survive re-entry because the more stuff I have to bring on re-entry, the heavier my capsule is going to be, meaning I have to add more parachutes and other things. It just makes everything complicated. So I can go and take the experiment, and if I do that, I can store it in my command pod, which is just easier in general. Then I had a bit of a problem, which you'll see here, which I had too many experiments, which I had to discard of one. I don't think it was that much anyway, so that was okay. I just double checked over what I had, make sure I had everything, all the good ones at least. I think it just discards whatever is the least science you have. So that was pretty much it. I didn't really do much around the moon. I just kind of I just wanted to see the light side of the moon, which you'll see now in a minute. There it is. I just thought that's a really cool shot there with my little ship in the front. That is going to be the thumbnail actually. So here's my orbiter on the moon, and getting back was a lot harder than I thought. I thought I had to speed up, then I thought I had to slow down, but I got it in the end. So yeah, that was it. This is the coming up to the end of the video now. We're finally back in Kerbal after doing a very successful mission. Getting to the moon and back. I still don't know how to pronounce it, don't quote me on that. And I just collecting all my science. And next video, we're going to the moon, boys. So I'll see you then. And Jebediah, I think, will be the first Kerbal on the moon. So see you later, bros, and have a good one.